say that unpaid internships are awesome. Definitely how I got anywhere in the world, doing it during college and then the year after college. So that's definitely a big one. But I would also say that less and less, you would not go the newspaper, the traditional work at your local newspaper, work at a newspaper route. Even if you worked on your college newspaper and that's your entree to journalism, I would say find a blog to work for, freelance, go on Craigslist, see if there's anyone asking for freelancers for any sort of editorial work. Jump right into the social media and the blogosphere. If you can't find a job, start your own while you have another job, whether you're doing PR, marketing, or sales somewhere else, and just see if you can build up that side business on its own. And before you know it, you can get discovered by somebody who picks up a comment that gets retweeted, and all of a sudden you have a bunch of followers. Then that's a way to get hired at maybe one of the other bigger blogs.
Well, I really don't have a background in journalism, so I started blogging as a hobby. I think my writing wasn't where I wanted it to be. So I took a lot of classes, and I really, I focused on learning how to write well. I think that a lot of people, right now I'm pursuing a broadcasting degree, and I've seen a lot of students, and they're very talented, they have the time, they're willing to do something, they're willing to go out there and do unpaid internships, and I usually try to encourage them. I say, you know what, just start your own blog, start doing something, just get out there and do what you love best, and it'll give you practice, and it might attract people. It might, I try to tell them, I try to inspire them and give them my story. This is what happened to me, and it could happen to you. So I just encourage everybody to just, if you have a passion for something, whether it's food blogging or tech blogging, just start a blog. Start doing it, and before you know it, somebody will notice you out there. And I've known of so many bloggers, mommy bloggers, foodie bloggers, and before you know it, they have shows on Lifetime, they have their own columns, they have, opportunities are out there and people are looking, so just do it.
So I have two little things. One is say yes to everything. So that goes back to the paid internship question. I still use that advice that was given to me when I was in college. When I first started in journalism, I was 19. I was an obituary writer and food run getter for the night copy editors of the Press Enterprise. But every once in a while, I'd become friends with a cops reporter. Oh, do you want to shadow me one night? Do you have anything going on? Do you want to sit with me at the scanner and go out on site? And I just said yes to absolutely everything, so I could learn as much as I could. And I still do that. I mean, I say yes to things that terrify me. I was a little afraid of that one to come here tonight. And I said yes to this because I thought it would be.
I'm not done yet.
Oh. I should have said that, right? I set myself up. So I say yes to every opportunity that I can because it's an opportunity for me to learn, and it's also an opportunity for me to grow my brand. The other thing is that I did a couple years of competitive improv, and the one lesson that I learned while I was. What was that?
It's a glutton for punishment.
Absolutely. I couldn't tell.
Yeah.
But one of the things that our instructor taught us was, if you're going to fail, fail big. Just give it all you got, and if you fall down, at least the audience laughs. Now in our business lives, we don't necessarily want people to laugh at us. It'll happen anyway, whether you're there to hear it or not. But if you're going to go for it, just go for it. And if you fail, learn from it, and just channel yourself another direction.
And what do you do say when you're scared? I'm glad my scaring stuff is working. Excellent.
When I'm scared, I just push through it, and then I resort to violence.
And a knife, gun, what?
I can't tell you that. You'll know how to come at me.
Okay. Well, I bite. But good.
Okay.
So for me, I don't have a journalism background, and I started as an unpaid internship in design, so I know about unpaid internships. So I think if you are passionate about something, you should start a blog. So it's very easy to start a blog now. You just open an account on WordPress or Typepad, and boom, you're done. So, and after that, the hard part is to find the topic you are passionate about, to write regularly about it, and hopefully you will have some audience and followers and readers. My second thing is about, as a woman in technology, I try to promote other women. So when you get a position, when you have coworkers, women coworkers, as long as they are competent, skilled, talented, I would advise you to promote the other women in your industry.
Interesting. Anything else? Okay. I think these are all excellent pieces of advice. I would say yes to everything's an excellent. I started at the Washington Post delivering mail to people who later worked for me. I just did about everything. I covered about anything that anybody would let you. So you have to not feel as if
you can't be so organized when you're young, especially to be in that thing. And the other thing is to literally also don't take no for an answer kind of thing. They turned me down at the internship at the Washington Post like 8 times, and I just kept saying, "You're wrong. You're so wrong." And send them letters insistently, which paid off later in other skills as a reporter. But one of the important things is to always be like on people constantly, not just in reporting, but just in lots of things. Because I mean, I have letters, rejection letters from a lot of people that I know. I run into, and they're like, "Oh, we'd like to get someone like you." I'm like, "Actually, you rejected me." 20 years ago. So it's really important to also not take no for an answer, and not to care as much about slights, not to get really upset about slights. I mean, we get slights all the time. And again, it's sort of the Carol Bartz mentality, the fuck you mentality does tend to work. But you have to actually mean it. I think you have to actually mean it when you say it. So last question for all of you, what is your biggest mistake you've made so far in your career? I'd say triumph.